we use many soft words. Do you know which are soft words? We use the words like sorry, thank you, please, welcome, it's my pleasure, pardon me, etc. These words are very small, but they can do a lot. Today we shall study lesson number 2 in our English syllabus, that is on saying please. The title itself shows the importance of good manners in daily life. Watch this video till end. In this video, I am giving you many points that will definitely help you to solve the activities. The writer of this lesson is A.G.Gardiner. This lesson is an essay. A.G.Gardiner is a renowned writer. A.G.Gardiner was a journalist. His essays are elegant, graceful and humorous. His uniqueness is in teaching the basic truths of life in an easy and amusing manner. In On Saying Please, the writer tells the importance of courtesy and politeness in daily behavior. He tells about the importance of soft skills and good manners. He shows how polite speech and manners sweeten the atmosphere around us and how discourtesy and ill manners spoil, pollute and infect the atmosphere around us. The writer tells different incidents and stories to explain his point. He tells the story of a liftman and the passenger. Once, the passenger told the liftman to take to the top floor. He said top, but the liftman expected to say top please. But the passenger did not say this. He said only top. The liftman became angry and in his angry mood, he threw that passenger out of the lift. What was the reason? The reason only because the passenger had not said please. What was the result of this? The liftman was punished. If we are physically assaulted means attacked, we can retaliate with reasonable violence. But not using social manners is not a punishable offense. There is no law that compels us to say please. We cannot use fist for such people. But what about intellectual damage? Are these intellectual feelings negligible? If anybody is hurt physically, he gets recovered within some time. But if anybody is hurt intellectually or insulted, such injuries are not recovered soon. The pain of the kick soon passes away, but the pain of a wound to our self-respect or our vanity may poison the whole day. So we should respect others. We should use soft and polite words. In the case of this liftman, how does he get equilibrium? In the evening, he goes home and he behaves rudely with his wife, and then only he gets equilibrium, means his mood gets balanced. Now see here, the infection of these bad manners and bad words spread like corona, and unnecessarily the innocent people are suffered. Now in this context, the writer tells the story of Antony Absolute and Captain Absolute. The story is from the comedy book The Rival. Here, Antony Absolute unnecessarily scolds, he bullies means threatens Captain Absolute. Then Captain Absolute bullies means threatens Fag. Fag is the name of a person. Then Fag comes downstairs and he kicks the page boy. Page boy means the servant. In the mood of his anger, he unnecessarily kicks the page boy. See here the page boy has not done anything, still he has to suffer. Here, note the difference between bad manners and bad temper. The behavior of Antony Absolute and Captain Absolute is an example of bad manner, while the behavior of Fag is an example of bad temper. The behavior of the passenger is an example of bad manner, while the behavior of the liftman is an example of bad temper. It means the infection of the bad manners and bad temper spreads. In case of the liftman and the passenger, let us see the chain of the reasons regarding their behavior. What was the root cause of the rude behavior of the passenger? There are actions and reactions. The passenger felt insulted Why? The passenger had wished his boss good morning, but the boss didn't reply. Why did the boss not reply? Because his boss had been henpecked at breakfast by his wife. Henpecked means threatened, bully or scared. Why did the wife behave in such a way? Because the cook had been insolent to her. Why was the cook insolent? Because the housemaid had answered her back. It means the chain of rude behavior started from housemaid and reached to the passenger, and it affected the liftman. The infection of bad manners and bad behavior spreads. Bad manners spoil our life. They make our life poisonous. So, we should always use soft and polite words. They sweeten the atmosphere around us. They work like oil in the machine of our life and help to run it smoothly and sweetly. Dear friends, see here, bad manners are infectious. So are good manners. In this context, the writer tells the story of a bus conductor. Generally, the bus conductors are rude in behavior because they come in contact with different types of people all time. But this conductor was very good. How? The writer was traveling in a bus. He had no money that day because he had forgotten his pocket at home. The conductor came and asked for a ticket. The writer said, "Let me get down. I must go home because I have no money." But the conductor said, "No need to get down. I will pay your ticket." And he gave him ticket also. The writer was very much impressed by the good nature and politeness of the conductor. After some days, the writer's sensitive toe was dampened. He was reading a book on the top of the bus. It means on the upper door. The writer got angry because he was acutely hurt, and he looked up. He saw that the same conductor was there, his cheerful friend was there, and he forgot his pen. Why? Because the bus conductor said, "Oh, sorry sir, I know my boots are heavy. I hope you are not hurt." Because of these polite words, the writer was very much impressed and he forgot his pen. See here, the polite words are like magic. The writer noticed that the atmosphere in that bus was always cheerful. Why? Because the conductor was cheerful and had good nature. Here we shall see the examples of the conductor's behavior. If it was raining, he would run up the stairs and tell the passengers that the seats in the bus are vacant. With old people, he was considerate as a son. With children, he was solicitous as a father. With young people, he had peculiarly warm place and he behaved merrily and with fun with the young people. In case of a blind passenger, he not only set him down safely on the pavement but also took him across the road or round the corner. Here we notice the qualities of the bus conductor. Which qualities do we see? Conciliatory. Conciliatory means trying to win friendly feelings. Good humored bearing. He had inexhaustible patience. Inexhaustible means that cannot be exhausted or never ending. Making the passengers comfortable. Helping nature. Always cheerful and working with ease. The writer became enlightened because of the good behavior of the conductor. The writer learns good temper, kindness and politeness from the bus conductor. The people like this bus conductor bring civility in society. Here the writer gives the reference of the great poets John Keats and William Wordsworth. John Keats said, "Nothing cleans up my spirit like a fine day." It means that good weather has a good effect. The great poet Wordsworth can gather wisdom from a leech gatherer. The writer says, if Wordsworth can gather wisdom from a leech gatherer, then why not I? The poet wants to suggest the liftman that he would have had a subtle and effective revenge if he had treated the passenger politely. He would have got a spiritual victory. How? To explain this, the writer tells the story of Chesterfield. Chesterfield was an English author. Once, Chesterfield was crossing the road. The story is from London. That street was very narrow. At that time, there were very narrow footpaths in London. Chesterfield wanted to cross the road. A man was coming from opposite direction, and that man said, "I don't give way to scoundrel." Now, these words were very rude, but Chesterfield did not answer back. He said, "I always do." It means, I always give way to scoundrel. It means now Chesterfield was not scoundrel, that man was scoundrel. Now see here, without using any bad words or any impolite words, he made that man feel ashamed. Here the writer says, if the liftman also had behaved with that passenger like this, if he had used polite words for that passenger, the condition would have been different. He would have got spiritual victory. In this way, in this lesson, the writer A.G.Gardiner tells the importance of soft skills and soft words in our life. I hope you have understood this lesson. In next video, we shall meet with next lesson.